Can someone please explain to me?
No, that's your real voice.
No, this is Satsuki's fault. This is Satsuki's
Why is it his fault this time?
It's his fault.
It's true.
Satsuki's fault. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the King of Anime podcast, the podcast in which we talk about anime. I believe. I hope so. And if you don't know how this show works, it's a ripoff of Anime FMK from Team 4-Star. We pick a bunch of shows that have been here the season, and throughout the season we watch it and we kill or pass it. Takes 2 or more passes to pass something and 2 or more kills to kill something. I, of course, am joined by my co-hosts. Introduce yourself.
It's me, Everything Animated. I'm here to say hi.
What had happened?
I just got a growth spurt. And now I'm a grown-up.
Okay. EA like regressed a couple of years. As for me, I am Higehiro's worst enemy. So we're going to start off really bad if you like this show.
Oh yeah, if you like this show, it's gonna be the big bad. It's gonna be the big bad for you. But if you're somehow new to the show and this is your first time watching, much appreciated. We like to have fun here, except for EA, who likes the shotgun lollies, which is very unfortunate.
Listen,
That's fun in of itself.
You know, we should.
The only thing I like to shotgun is lollies and beer. I think I'm good.
You know, we should just stop calling lollies lollies and start calling them just what they are, which is children. Because
Okay.
I think that just makes you know, because when somebody says lolly, it's like some, you know, weird anime abomination of a child. But if you just call it a child, is nobody. Yeah, I think we should just call them children.
I don't know if that makes it better.
Well, no, I mean,
Because now I shotgun children.
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
For you, yeah, you shotgun children. I mean, that's gonna look really good on your resume.
I mean, if EA doing it, they probably deserve it.
This is true.
Especially alien, I guess not lolly, but child.
Well, she's 400 years old.
Yeah, she's 400 my ass.
She's a 400-year-old child dragon.
She
Doesn't have the same ring to it. Well, yeah, if you watch Dragon Maid, child dragon.
Oh, Dragon Maid. That's coming in the summer, right?
Or Dragon Child. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe we'll watch it for the KOA podcast and kill it in the first week, because I don't think these two like Dragon Maid. Which, to be fair, it's heavy on the fan service. But also, want to say before we even get to the show, Kentaro Miura, creator of Berserk, passed away this last week. Pretty much on my birthday, which is very sad. Last week was just a very bad week. Tons of really awful things happening. Friend Holographics channel got terminated. I think today is his last day before his channel gets terminated. So if you haven't already, you know, go follow him on Twitter. It's Holographic Y1 to get updates and posts about that as well. Me and Satsuki celebrated a birthday.
Yep.
We're both 1 year older. Satsuki's 42 and I'm 37.
I can feel the age creeping up. My back is hurting. I'm losing my mind slowly. Yeah. That's what happens.
Is the stuff that you used to like back in the day, you listen to or watch it again, you're like, why the fuck did I like this?
Yeah. I'm even like, I went outside and I just started yelling at clouds.
Damn clouds! Get off my lawn!
Back in our days, our clouds didn't look like this.
Now our clouds are just absolutely evil.
Mace Windex apparently dropped Orin High School Host Club. Very sad, but it's fine if you don't enjoy it. Scarlet Disaster says, so I decided to check out the Tokyo Revengers manga, but only the parts that have been adapted, and I found that one of the complaints of last week in the last stream, you guys were wondering how was Takemichi again in the present. He went back again to Naoto to shake his hand. That scene wasn't in the anime, but it was in the manga. That's very unfortunate. But it is Litten, or Litten Film, whatever their name is, so not surprising. Melanie says hi, and then says Momiji. Momiji is the best.
True.
And QRW6 says, what up, KOA? Looking forward to y'all's thoughts. Rip Kentaro Miura. And a happy birthday to me and Satsuki. So thank you, Scarlett, for that.
Much appreciated.
Housekeeping out of the way. We just got to go ahead and get right into this. Satsuki, tell us about Higehiro.
Oh, you guys want... I thought you guys were going to go first, too.
I mean...
Before me. Because mine's going to be long.
Right, yeah. Because I was basically going to say that I was going to watch this and be honest and upright, but then Satsuki messaged me and said, do not watch this, EA. Don't do it. And I said, well, I could do it. No, listen, I will fall on that sword for you. Do not even bother. So I was just like, okay, cool, I got the week off. So
except for me, I didn't get those messages. Thanks.
Listen, you already watched a good amount of it, so you already took it. You were already assimilated.
I took more of it. I took as much as you did.
Yeah, but you watched probably like 4 episodes before I was caught up. So at that point where I was when we first watched the show, I didn't know how bad it got, but it was already too late. You're already a lost cause. Like I can't save you when you have like 5 bullets in your chest. EA only had 1 to the leg, so I said, okay, that's enough, EA. You don't have to fight in this war.
This is ridiculous.
I appreciate it. Thank you for saving me. I will never forget your sacrifice.
This is ridiculous. I am mistreated on this podcast. I'm the visionary. The visionary that copied the other visionaries. This is ridiculous.
Hey, you did it the best.
That's right.
Emmy, Mace Windex, and QRW6 say happy birthday as well. Thank you guys. Much appreciated.
Thank you.
So I guess since starting with me first, this anime is an Aphebophile's wet dream. It's just perfect for those kinds of people. What can I say? This show is like Domestic Girlfriend, but for lonely dudes.
Isn't Domestic Girlfriend for that?
I think Domestic Girlfriend is aimed towards...
Oh, wait. No. I'm thinking of Rent-A-Girlfriend. I'm sorry. Never mind.
Oh, well, Rent-A-Girlfriend is like... is just weird. But, I mean, this show... What can you say about it? Other than the fact that this anime should be called I Shaved, Then Brought Home a High School Girl and Prolonged smashing her. That's about it, right? Just the longest, like, it's like watching it's like if a supernova, it's like if our sun suddenly became a supernova, and it's like you're just waiting to get disintegrated, right?
I thought you were talking about our child. I was like, who's our son?
Oh my god. It's like if the sun became a supernova, or it's like if a black hole, if like Earth entered the event horizon of a black hole, it's like, just get it over with. Just you're what are you doing? You're toying with us at this point. Like just, or it's like, you know, it's like getting shot in like an artery, but like in your leg, so you're like bleeding out slowly, and it's just the same thing. But for smashing a teenager who's still in school. So we should have stopped. Saucy, I blame this on you.
Listen, okay. So I wanna start by saying this was a show recommended to me. It was not a show that I saw out.
Name
at the synopsis.
And shame.
Listen, and it's my fault. You know, the blame is on me. I brought the show in here, but I will also do my due diligence to take this show out with the proper amount of lethal force. Okay? But like I said, this was recommended to me by someone else, and I felt like they were credible, but I lost all faith in them to the point where I'm not taking recommendations for
Oh my
next
God.
season for the foreseeable future. I'm not going to do it. My trust in
Jesus.
people has been lost because of this. Because it's just the difference in like what they thought I would like about this show and how I actually felt about it is so far apart that I just can't trust people now. Like
Oh
I
my
just gotta
God.
sit back and like, do people really know who I am? Like, do they really think I would like this? Oh, it is that, but that's beside the point. Let's get it to the show. All right. From the title of the series, from the synopsis of the series, from the first episode, which I kind of defended and, I didn't have a problem with. But with all of that, I'm pretty sure Higehiro turned off a lot of people. Again, title's very suspect, synopsis, the content of it, very suspect. First episode, very, very suspect. But, you know, the premise, oddly enough, isn't what I dislike about it. I actually think the premise of it is intriguing and it brings like an interesting question of like morality and ethics. Like, because the dilemma of having this teenage girl be out on the streets and Yoshida picking her up. Of course, this is illegal, but with his morals, you don't want to leave a teenage girl to just fend off for herself all alone at night. So, like, it had an interesting conflict of morals and ethics, but it kind of threw that out of the window, and I'll get to that. With the premise of it, you have to handle it with delicacy. If you don't handle it well, it's going to fall flat. And where this show falls flat, time and time again, is its tone, which we discussed the first episode. But I'll elaborate more with this. Like, people have to understand when I talk about the tone of the series, it's super important. This isn't like one little aspect of the series that I can brush off because there's been a lot of times where I don't like certain things about the show. Mushoku Tensei is a good example. Really didn't like the stuff that they kept doing with Eris and the fan service with her. Hate that shit. But that that is at least where we hated it at from that point on. It didn't really focus on that too much, and it didn't become that much of an issue to where like it outweighed the good in the show. This show, the bad outweighs the good a lot, and again, it's because of the tone. And let's talk about the tone and why tone is important in general. Let's say let's have an example of let's say me and C are in the anime, okay? We're two anime characters. In this anime scene, C says, "I hate you, Satsuki." Okay?
Well, I do.
In
But,
that scene, let's not bring the real life stuff into it, Steve. We'll have the therapy later. But in that scene where C says, "I hate you," the music is upbeat, the lighting is very bright. C is drawn in this like chibi style. So when he says "I hate you," your perception of that is it's not serious because of the things around it, because of the tone in that scene. Let's take that same thing that C says, "I hate you." Let's replace the upbeat music with no music at all, or something like more mellow. Let's replace the chibi style with a normal art style. Doesn't really matter. Let's put more focus on C mouthing the words "I hate you." That the tone of that scene changes your perception of it. I say all of that just to say
add some rain to that
Higehiro
scene as well.
does. Wait, I didn't hear you.
Add some rain to that scene.
Oh yeah. Add some rain, your background, add that to the scene. But I say all of that to say the tone is very important because it gives us it properly conveys like the message that you're trying to give off in a scene. So when you have something as serious as this show where it walks the fine line of it could be seen as grooming or it can be seen as wholesome. You can't have scenes where we're getting panty shots of a 17-year-old girl and also expect us to see it as like Yoshida's this good guy, is wholesome. Like C said in episode 1, it's like trying to have your cake and eat it too. You have to go one way or the other. If you want to go to this path of degeneracy, whatever, let us know. But you can't also try to be wholesome in that scene, because what the tone of that scene and other scenes in the show is that you're not taking this mature topic seriously. It seems like it's very nonchalant. For example, like characters know about the relationship between Sayu and Yoshida, and some of them are joking about it. Some of these people don't treat it with the proper amount of attention it needs to get. They kind of just like brush it off. It's just like in the back of their mind. And while they will talk about like, yeah, this is illegal, they will tell Yoshida that, and it's fine saying that, but they don't treat it as such. There's scenes where Sayu is just holding hands with Yoshida, walking around in public, and it's like, wait a minute, this is a high school girl. Why are they treated it like this should be hush hush, this should not be known to the public, and then they're just out and open, and it's just like, it's fine, it's cool. It's not treated with the amount of tact that I feel like it demands, given the subject matter. So that's my main point with it. It's just not serious enough for what is actually the actual content of the show. The last example I want to bring up, because I talked about like the relationship between Yoshida and Sayu and how people treat that, but episode 6,
Oh my god. It's bad.
That was the worst episode I watched this year. And I've been watching a lot of bad shit this year. Keep in mind, I have not dropped a single show this season just because I made an ironclad rule not to drop anything. Stupid rule. I wish I never would have had it for this season, given that I'm watching fucking Higehiro. But
oh my god,
nonetheless, I'm still doing it. I'm going to finish this show, see, and by the time I'm done, my soul is going to be like in pieces. It's going to be shattered. I'm not going to be the same person. And it's
come back. Don't go into the darkness.
I'm sorry, EA. I've made my decision. I gotta follow through. I've already watched 8 episodes of this. There's no reason to watch 8 episodes of this. But back to episode 6. In episode 6, we have one of the people that Sayu lived with before Yoshida. He comes back into the story. This is a person that Sayu slept with to stay at his home. This person's name is Yaguchi. He comes into the episode, ends up working at the same place as Sayu, which is a convenience store. Doesn't really matter, but he harasses her, blackmails her into letting him in Yoshida's house, and attempts to rape her before Yoshida saves the day.
You're kidding me.
All of this happens, and pretty much the next day, and I'm not lying, the next day, next week, whatever, how much ever time passed, it does not fucking matter. He simply gets slapped by one of Yoshida's friends. He apologizes for the incident. Character redeemed. The series makes no attempts of giving a situation in which attempted rape was involved any type of gravity. It's swept under the rug. This character is now this guy who actually has morals, because Sayu's brother comes in there and he's hiding Sayu from her brother because she's scared to go back home, and now he's like this heroic guy. It's like, I just seen you an episode ago blackmail her and try to rape her. Like, what the fuck? I don't understand how it can have like something so mature in it and treat it like it's nothing. It's nonchalant. It's just whatever. Like, this series just shrugs its shoulders at certain shit that should be traumatic.
It's almost like they're saying, "Oh, boys will be boys. He's such a little rascal, isn't he? He does that, attempting to rape people. Oh, that
It's
just sounds awful."
it.
Because it is.
I don't understand how you treat that as a minor event.
Right.
Like, this show tries to present itself as mature, with the cast being mostly adults, with us covering adult themed topics, but the writing is as juvenile as any random slice of life high school set anime. Anyone. This is worse than Domestic Girlfriend, and I fucking hate Domestic Girlfriend. Fuck
Wow.
this show. I apologize to SeaTactics. I apologize to everything animated. I apologize to the people listening to me rant about this show. I wasted y'all time. I fucked up. It should have never been brought to the podcast. I'm sorry.
All right.
Can we just... Okay, in the chat, we have Holographic, by the way. Check him out on his new channel. Very, very sad. His channel got terminated. I have been in the same position. My channel, this channel you're on right now, guys, watching this on, had gotten terminated 3 times. This has been going on a lot recently in the anime community. So any kind of help the Hollow can get, if you enjoy his content, go help him out. Something like that. But he, along with Mace Windex, says, drop Higehiro, revive Fivy.
No.
No. No. Sorry.
Why do you guys love 50?
I don't know. Like, whenever they do like fan polls about what's the best of the season, Vivi is always at the top, and I don't know why.
I think, I'm sorry if I confused whoever did it. It was either Hollow or a cheat nut who did a poll on like the best girl of the season. And I don't really try to take those serious, but when I seen that Vivi was winning, I was like, what
3-0.
Vivi?
3-0 guy. He's totally good. He's totally good. It's not like he's falling flat or anything that's not ReZero or anything like that.
Vivi didn't have a character until like the last episode.
ReZero guy.
Very true.
Hollow. ReZero guy. ReZero guy, Hollow.
What about Hollow?
Listen, you guys cannot just accept anything that Tapei drops. This is the same man who made Airplane Lollies.
Right.
Wait, no. Airplane Children.
Airplane Children.
Ah, Itchy Donuts here.
It was a cheat nut.
Oh my god.
Oh
I
man.
hate everything. I hate
Itchy
it all.
Donut. Why do people love Vivi? Answer me that.
Is it ReZero guy, or is it because she's, we don't know this or not, but is it because she's anatomically correct?
Of course it is. That's always what it's been about. It's always been. I swear to God, the last episode of Vivi is gonna be her naked, and she's gonna spread them, and then we're gonna know the truth or not.
Oh
my god, that's the climax for this?
Literally, that's going to be the climax. Like, it's not the end of the world bullshit. It's not robots coming to, Detroit become human style. It's is she anatomically correct?
No,
and then the last scene you'll see is just
Instead
and
of
then
Detroit,
fanboys will cry either tears of happiness or of pain.
instead of
10 out of 10.
Instead of Detroit become human, it's human becomes Detroit.
Detroit Smash.
Yeah. Detroit Smash!
Even I got that one. Can we talk about Goto?
Oh my
Goto.
god.
Oh,
Actually,
hate her
Saucy,
so much.
Saucy,
I hate her so much.
talk about Goto for us, please.
Goto, it's so funny. I think EA does have like some type of powers, like because he's seen it coming, and it was only episode 1. like I don't see how EA sees some of the shit that he envisions. Like he called like Goto being terrible and how much like he hated her. Which is understandable even from that standpoint because like the whole thing was like she's invited this dude out to go eat when she already, from our perspective had a boyfriend. But she's one of my besides the rapist guy, she's like one of the worst.
She's up there with the rapist guy?
The guy.
Oh my god.
The rapist guy is just like ethically, morally fucked up, but oh my god, Goto is like she reminds me of Hina from Domestic Girlfriend. Like she just messes with your mind. It's like, why do you do the things that you do?
In the words of Hina-chan, let's do it with Hinani.
No, let's not do it with our older stepsister.
Oh my lord.
Who's also your teacher.
What the fuck? Hollow donated $95, says, I appreciate the support, guys. Keep up the great work.
Hollow, thank you.
Much appreciated.
Why? We've done nothing.
Hollow, I think I saw you on Netflix.
Really?
Oh wow, really?
What show?
So,
oh god.
Thing on Netflix where it's called Champions of, and it was a person in Hawaii, and he was a yo-yo champion, and I'm like,
that's Hollow.
Hollow?
Yeah, that's Hollow.
I thought it was Hollow.
That's Hollow.
Oh,
And,
sure.
that's actually him. It's Hollow.
That's
Hollow's
crazy.
the yo-yo champion.
Hollow, I didn't know you were a freaking yo-yo champ.
Yeah.
You're
Alright.
really amazing, dude. Congrats.
That's why he's living on the streets, because he's a yo-yo champ. Doesn't pay well at all.
I mean, okay.
It may not pay well, but you're a champion in our eyes.
Oh my god.
Goto is terrible. Like, oh my god. What's the point of saying that you're in a relationship with a guy and the person who's asking you out, you conveniently have feelings for him? We find out in like 3 episodes, later. What was the point? Like her whole thing was, oh, well, you really cleaned yourself up. You fucking shaved and you iron your clothes. That's it. That's all it took.
My
all
God.
he's been in love with her for 5 years, and in those 5 years, he's never shaved or ironed his shirt.
Hey man, like you cannot excuse the shaving, but the ironing the shirt thing, if you don't have an iron and you're strapped for cash, you're gonna have to go to a place to get that ironed out.
He doesn't have like a fucking lumberjack beard. He has like stubble. It's you can't even notice it.
Wait.
Yeah.
What if he's just actually like a teenager? What if it's like, like what if like it's like one of those things where like under like this like his pants is like another child, and like they're both just
under
kids.
His pants?
Yeah, like his legs is like one kid, and then the torso part is another kid, and they're just like sitting on each other's shoulders.
No, stop.
It's just
it's not even.
It's like some Charlie Brown shit. It make a lot of sense. I'm just saying.
But yeah, he did barely have any stubble, and then just his clothes he just adds a little starch to his fucking clothes, and just all of a sudden,
instant attractiveness.
Women be thirsty for the dick.
You know what? Actually, about Goto is, she's known him for 5 years. She doesn't know a single fucking thing about this guy.
They pretty much converted the show into a harem.
Yeah,
like,
pretty
Goto
much.
is in love with him. This other girl is in love with him. Why?
Who sounds like a child? I was almost gonna say Lolly there. Child. Who sounds like a child. So, but she's like an adult. So, yeah, but it's funnier if we say a child, because it's funnier.
Does it?
Yeah.
And that is also bad because she obviously has feelings for him and pretty much shows it. It's not one of those things where it's ambiguous and he doesn't know. Like, there was an episode where she like hugged him. She always wants to go on dates with him to the movies. It's like he understands she has feelings for him, she's pretty much left everything on the table, and he keeps like stringing her along for some reason. He doesn't really even acknowledge these feelings. Why? Is it just to prolong this story with her? Because like any reasonable adult would have been like, I just don't like you, which is fine. It's fine for him not to like her, but I don't understand what's the point of stringing all this along. This is not this instance where we're in high school. These characters are oblivious because they're children. These are adults. She showed not even signs. She showed a clear interest in him, and we just keep going along with this story of this unrequited love for why? Why? No reason. Let's just do it.
This anime sucks.
I'm so glad I didn't have to watch it because it sounds like I would have been furious the whole time I was watching it.
This is just a really honestly, like, I don't mean to compare these two, but like, just as an example, like just like X-Arm, this is just a plain old bad anime. I think. Like, it has something interesting going for it, sure, but it's just kind of bad. So
it is bad. Yeah.
It doesn't really have many redeeming qualities to it. Like, even like the production values aren't anything to write home about, I think. Even though at times, it kind of suits what the show's going for. The music, why is it so fucking loud all the time?
I don't know.
It's it's very weird. Very
I
weird
don't
show.
want to wait for our lives to be over. This is that song playing the whole time. Just really loud.
Scarlet Disaster says, don't revive Vivi, at least replace this show with something like Odd Taxi or Shadow's House. I heard that those two were pretty great, and a lot of people were sleeping on those shows. Should we replace it? I don't know.
Can we just?
I'm tired. I'm watching 11 anime this season. I'm tired.
Can't we just do 4 and call it a day?
We've been like just for this season, like I would be okay with it if it wasn't this season. Like, I'm not going to have the rule of no drop or not dropping anything that season. So next season, like, if we run into a situation like this, I'm fine. But if I had to catch up to another fucking anime, catch up to like what 8 episodes, 7 episodes, and then keep watch, I'm just gonna lose my damn mind.
QRW6 says don't replace. So if QRW6 says it, that means it's gotta go. All
right.
Yeah.
Bye bye.
He's the rule maker.
Yep. And do whatever QRW6 says.
And keep in mind, guys, with us dropping Higehiro, it will give us more focus on the other episodes, which will mean we'll probably be more sharp for those episodes. Because the problem with watching a lot of anime, sometimes we may be watching these episodes like back to back, and things kind of blend in with each other. We don't remember certain events, but when we're focused on these episodes, I think the quality rises.
Right. Last week's episode of 86, I couldn't even tell you what happened. Like last week, I remember I was like, yeah, 86, I don't even know what happened. And Sasuke was like, shit, I can't riff off of that.
Hala says he did compete in yo-yo competitions. What the fuck? I'm scared.
Then I guess that was you.
Also, for some reason, he's not posting the link to his new channel. It's called Graphic Hollow, so it's reversed.
Great channel.
Yeah, so it's for the dyslexic people out there.
Yeah.
All Graphic Hollow. Go to Graphic Hollow. He's changing his name to Retrographic.
Oh, that's a good name, Retrographic. That's a very good name.
I thought it was because he was talking about games on his streams and old retro games, and yeah, Retrographic.
Oh, he can have a series called Retrographic where he talks about like Battleship Space Yamato or something. Be great. Yeah, let's just Can we just boot it from the show? Can we not even kick it? Can we boot it?
Sure, we can drop kick it too, or no, punt it.
I will assassinate it.
All right.
Slit his throat from behind.
All right, give you here's the knife, Satsuki.
I got you. And I'm reading Dragon Ball now, so I learned some things from Tao Pai Pai, as they call him. Pai. General Tao.
Fruits Basket. Talk about Fruits Basket.
What a transition.
I'm glad we got Fruits Basket after Higehiro. I can be happy.
Okay, this show is fucking amazing. If you're not watching it, what are you doing with your life? You are making mistakes. Fruits Basket, easily the best show this season.
I'm so glad I caught up to Fruits Basket to where I'm actually watching it live with y'all, and yeah, I'm glad that I made that decision, and I'm really enjoying this series, and this whole episode just went by so quick. It just was like, before I knew it, it was over. Like, I was just so into what was going on, and everything was mainly just like a flashback episode.
Yeah,
but it was so well done. I have to ask y'all, do you honestly think that Toru's mother was saying that she would never forgive? I really don't think that was her. I think that was in his head.
I have no idea. I still don't. I have no idea what to think about that still.
Okay, because there's two things to that. I don't think Kyoko said that.
I don't think so.
Just because of who Kyoko is, and also due to the fact that Kyo might be confusing things, because like the way Kyoko died is similar to how his mother died, so he may just like be confusing things, and we also know he has like a lot of guilt weighing him down, so he probably is just like imagining that. And he also said that I think that's what she said. That's like a key thing. He thought it. He wasn't 100% sure. Is what he thought. But I feel like they may leave that scene as ambiguous to just leave that up to our interpretation on what she said. I wouldn't be mad if they did that because I think it's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck? Hollow just donated $100. Why is this happening again? Satsuki, you're talking again. Why are you talking? What? Stop talking, Satsuki. You'll make him donate more.
Satsuki. People giving money.
Yeah, it's always when I talk.
Says, since you guys gave me some promotion, take the money. Quit being so humble. You guys are great. Well, first of all, you're only gonna get like what, two subs out of this. Like Satsuki in the air.
I mean, I could sub to him with my burner accounts.
I want to say I have some other burners that I could totally sub to. I swear I have the oldest channel in the history of YouTube, 2005.
That's pretty fucking old.
Yep.
Damn.
But what were we talking about? Oh yeah. Kyo needs to learn to. He grabbed the umbrella only to put it away and be stuck in the rain.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, you gotta be sad and wet. Sad and wet.
Oh,
why couldn't he be sad and dry?
It wouldn't have like.
What's more fun than being wet?
He can't make all the hand gestures if he's holding an umbrella. Like you have to really give the scene meaning with him moving his hands and cupping his face. And
he can't be wet when he's dry.
I mean, you can, those hats that like go on your head that are also an umbrella. He could have had one of those.
Oh my God.
That would have been the worst thing ever. I can't take Kyo serious. It's just like my whole life I've always been hated.
Why do you still love me? Why me, Toru? Why me? It's because of the hat. I love the hat.
My God, he's wearing. Okay, even better. He wears a fucking beer hat.
Oh my God. He's just drinking out of the tube.
Oh my
He's
god,
drinking the rain.
a teenager just walking around with a beer hat. He's like 17.
The man looks like he could be in his mid-20s. Okay, he's a handsome young man.
He's pretty handsome. This is true. He'd get away with it probably.
Freaking I almost thought for a second that oh cool, we gotta subscribe. The Baku Waffle. Sorry, I'm looking at that at the same time. I almost thought that Yuki was going to be sleeping through the whole fight for a second, or not fight. It wasn't really a fight. It was just more of a, what would you call it? Just a discussion. And then he wakes up and sees Kyo take off, and he just bolts. And Yuki is gonna be the one to save the day, I think.
Well, he went the
Yeah.
opposite direction of Kyo. And then Akito's slipping up out the side, which by the way, I think that's
Akito is a piece of shit.
Hey. Oh, okay.
Dude, Satsuki, if she
said-
kills
I said
Toru, you're
okay.
banned. You're banned from the podcast if she kills Toru and you try to defend that.
We'll see.
That would be messed up. If Akito, you know what? Akito would be top 10 best villains of all time if she did end up killing Toru Honda.
That's like
She's not going to kill her. She's definitely going to hurt her, though.
that's
She's
like
gonna slice those Achilles tendons and make her crawl.
Oh my god.
oh my god. What the hell?
I'm sorry, was that too sadistic? I apologize.
I mean, at that point she could probably just run away. I mean, Akito is like, like she's stumbling around like she's drunk. So like, Toru could probably get away if she's like going for the tendons. I mean, you got to reach down, You can't run like at a crouching position unless it's like
Isn't
Metal Gear.
Toru kind of clumsy though. She could trip and fall, and then that's Akito's opportunity to slice.
Well, then at that point, she would just fall into the shed and accidentally summon Saber as the seventh and final servant of the Holy Grail War, and then she can Saber will save Toru.
Isn't Shigur here? Shiguri? That's his name, right?
It should be.
I was gonna say, all he has to do is say, Akito,
Well,
meet me in the bedroom.
actually, he was at the Soma State last time we seen him, so he might not be there.
True, he might not, but
He could be, but I mean,
Someone-
if Akito got there, Shigure could be there.
someone needs to protect. Someone needs to protect. Because if she ends up dying, I agree. Akito, that's it for Akito. I mean, I already am, F her right now mentality, but, that would just be the nail in the coffin right there.
Do we have a sub train going? We got the Baku Waffle, Brian, Sand Trollin, Freeman. It's got 4 or 5 subs in a row. That's pretty crazy. Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Might be Graphic Hollow in the chat.
Oh my god, Graphic
Maybe he's the
Hollow.
cause.
Yeah, he's the one. He's sending out our link out to everybody.
Hollow. Sorry, Graphic Hollow told me the other day that he actually hates Toru. To which I cried for hours.
Does he really?
Yeah, he hates Toru.
I mean, I can understand maybe not where she's not your favorite character, but to just up and not like her, I think that's a bit extreme.
Makes me so sad. Well, we should talk about the stuff with Kyoko, especially her death a little bit more, because we have in the chat somewhere somebody mentions this. Mace Windex says kind of mad about Kyo's reason for not saving Kyoko. To which I think that is kind of the point. That's the reason why he's mad at himself, I think, because his reasons for not doing it is, oh my god, people are going to see my form. And it's easy to jump to those conclusions as well. On the other hand, you can forgive him for thinking that. At the same time, it's complicated, really. I mean, at the end of the day, it's just really complicated. because you can't, just, not save this person. But at the same time, if people find out about this secret and word spreads, I mean, that is a whole potential issue on its own. So I feel like if he had more time to think about it, and it wasn't as split second of a decision as it was, I think he probably would have made the right decision, and I think he would have probably saved her, just because I think that's what most people would do if they had time to rationalize it. At the end of the day, it's like, do you keep your secret a secret, or do you save the life of someone who, when you were a child, treated you so well, and all of that? Like, how do you not save that person? I think that's just my thought process. But like, I think for sure, I think he made a mistake, but at the same time, I'm not too harsh on him for it, if that makes sense, because he didn't actively, go out and murder Kyoko or anything like that by doing this. I mean, there was other people around as well. There was plenty of chances for other people to save her, I think. So it's just one of those things where, I don't know. It's just really complicated.
Yeah. It gave him fault in her death while also making us understand why he did. So Fruits Basket always does a wonderful job making characters fall in the gray area to where they're not saints, they're not pure evil. It's somewhere in the middle. And I think you can understand why Kyo didn't reach out for her immediately and try to save her. It wasn't a case of like he was thinking consciously, if I don't do this, she dies. I think it was just a split decision where he was just thinking about himself rather than her, and that led to her death. So unfortunate, but to like go on, I think it was Mesu said it. To go on with what he said about like not liking Kyo's reasoning for not reaching out with Kyoko, we also had to think that it's not just him transforming and him being viewed as a monster. We got to think about the consequences just past that, because Yuki transformed into a rat when he was a lot younger. I think they were in the Soma state, and it was like a couple of friends or whatever, and that was a big incident that Hattori had to erase all those kids' memories or repress them. But in the case of what happened with Kyo, and I don't think he was thinking about this because the scene was so fast, but just to give him a more armor, if he were to transform with all of those people there in that public of a setting, he would have probably, after that incident, he would have probably got locked up. That would have been a perfect excuse to lock him up forever, because I don't think they could have kept that a secret because of where they were and how many people were watching. So again, I don't think Kyo was actually thinking about that, but that's just like a defense of him in retrospect.
Catching up with the chat a little bit. By the way, if you're watching the stream right now and you're enjoying what you're seeing, reminder, make sure to give this podcast a like. Make sure to comment after, during the VOD, if you're watching VOD. Subscribe and ring the bell, and share it out on Twitter, Instagram, all your friends, whatever it may be. That helps get this show out to more people and helps it grow, which is kind of great. We would like more of that. But catching up, I guess, with the chat a little bit, Melanie or Melina says, I think it was a visceral, instinctive reaction. Don't show anyone you're not human ingrained in him, and then he regretted it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not a situation where he had a lot of time to think about it. It's just what was in him at the time. I'm pretty sure he would have did things a lot differently.
Also, King AMV is from Brazil. he or she wants us to speak a few Brazilian words.
Yeah, I don't speak Portuguese, so
He-
sorry.
He says some.
I don't trust.
Wait, why though?
Let's
I was gonna say
it's
I
a-
don't trust it. Anyone that
yeah.
tells you to speak another language without saying what it is
No, you
obviously
definitely
bad.
no. You don't want to say this.
See,
All right,
ban him.
ban him. I don't know. Should we ban him? URW6. Like, what should I do?
We just asking on W6 for advice for everything.
Oh right, he's the leader. He's the brains behind
Yeah.
the operation.
The shadow leader of KOA.
Oh my god. He is the prophecy. He's the prophecy of Vivi. That's what it was the whole time. It was QRW6.
No, that one guy that was drunk when he said that was drunk. He didn't know what he was talking about.
Oh,
you guys, it's gonna be a prophecy. It's gonna happen. Episode 5, and it's gonna be so great. We get to finally see her naked.
Oh my god.
did we see her
QRW6.
naked episode 5?
We did. We
I
saw
don't know.
someone naked at some episode. I remember this. QRW. Trust me, I would know. QRW6 says, plus Kyo covered his guilt of not being able to save Kyoko with his hatred for the rat Zodiac Yuki. Yeah, that's another thing. It's something we've kind of already knew before, that there was something with him and Yuki going on where they didn't like each other, and they had this sort of just really toxic relationship as children. And after this, it really seems like, after this event of Kyoko dying, it seems like when he went to the mountains and came back, like the only way that he could move on with his life and still live is to live to hate Yuki, and made a deal with Akito to take Yuki down, which is like, that's, man, that is like, that's really sad, because you can really see how Kyoko's death just ruined Kyo in so many different ways. And the fact is like, Kyo already has so many terrible things to look forward to in his life when he gets older. And we still don't know if he's going to break the curse yet or not. And, well, in a timely manner. So there still is that up in the air of like, we don't know exactly why and how quickly these Zodiacs are breaking the curse. So it is just very sad for Kyo, and I think it really cements Kyo as like this episode just kind of cements him as like probably my favorite male character in Fruits Basket, I would say.
Yeah, he's always been mine. Everybody always, I always felt like he was the underdog. No pun intended, because he's a cat. But he was he was always beat up on, and I mean, I know all the other Zodiacs get the brunt of any kind of abuse, but I felt like Kyo got it the worst. Absolutely. And I would find absolutely like nothing but bitter, but just absolute happiness if he just got to be with Toru, because I think that's what he deserves.
Oh yeah, I think he deserves.
That is, of course, if Akito doesn't stab her to death.
Oh my god, I would. Akito would be forever my most hated character. I like. Oh my god. I remember watching a docu, or like, it was the first episode actually of this, or like the special they had with the dub, and a lot of the cast were saying like, no matter what, you deserve love, and all of that. And I think they said that on purpose, because I think that is the theme of this season, is just like,
You
people.
don't think that was a Freudian slip?
I think they were hinting, because I mean, you look at like all the characters so far in this season, and a lot of the season has to deal with romance and stuff like that, and relationships, and you have Rin and Haru, you have Omiji and his stuff with Toru, and you have Kyo and Toru, and Yuki and what's her name? I forget. Crap.
Machi.
Machi. Yeah, you have all these characters that, you know, have a relationship, and so far the prevailing thing is just like, you know, it's cool to love, I guess. Tip to be square.
I got that one.
So yeah.
May said, but surely he could have saved her without transforming. I also had an issue with that. Like when I was live reacting, I was like, there had to been a way that he didn't have to get in a position of hugging her to save her. At least I felt, but we understand why it's there. It's just one of those things where I seen it and I was like, okay, I kind of had to just roll with it. And also Fruits Basket is very they like hugs aren't necessarily hugs all the time. Like they're very like very loose with hugging and characters transforming with it. Because when Toru first does it to Kyo, it's
like a
not even
bump.
really a hug.
Yeah, it's like a bump.
Yeah, it's like a push or something. So they're very odd with that. So I don't know. Like it's like I said, it's one of those things I just kind of went with the flow with it.
You know,
I understood the purpose.
he was very good at, like, remember that episode at the end of season 1 where he yeeted Toru? You should have just yeeted her mother.
But
I don't think he could slap her that hard in his human form.
Right,
Just
that's what I
go-
was saying. He was in the monster cat form when he did that. Though.
Yeah, just go Super Saiyan 4 Kyo and slap
People
Kyoko
would
away from
know.
the car. Yeet her.
That would defeat the purpose, see?
Just yeet her.
Exactly.
Like, you know how, like, in Dragon Ball Z when they eat people straight up in the air and they do like a driving, like a diving tombstone pile driver? Just do that shit with Kyoko. And then just
Yeah,
stop at the
Wouldn't
last
that
second.
kill her?
I
mean,
that would
listen.
kill her.
No, you stop, like, right at the last moment, and it's anime, and the thing is like, we can do these things, and, like, it's fun, and it's great, and, like, we're all happy. The other thing, you know, they could do is, like, they can get Kagura to help out, because as we know, Kagura is able to swing Kyo so hard and fast that he turns into a rope-like material, snapping his spine in multiple places and crushing all of his bones into dust.
I mean, it didn't seem to like hurt him. He healed really quickly, so he's super strong.
I mean, we do the same thing. We can get Kagura in there. Come on, we get Kagura in there. We can save Kyoko. We can save the day, and then we can have some pizza later on.
I think she got into that one.
That or he was huffing some.
It's fine. It's fine. Listen. QRW6 says Fruits Basket releases on Monday 1:30 p.m. This is true. So he supports my cause.
That has nothing to do with what you just said at all. May God have mercy on your soul.
Melina says, I don't think so with the whole discourse and pity. I think the worst, most toxic relationship would be Kurano and Akito, or the former cat
The
and
firmer.
his
Ooh, the firmer cat.
his companion. At least Shigure is pushing to be Akito's equal, even if
As
it means
opposed to
being
the
a
squishy cat.
even if they mean being antagonistic. He's at least Shigure is vying for change and having Akito move on. Listen, Sasuke, you can't defend Akito at this point. She's trying to kill Toru.
Say anything.
You're thinking it.
I didn't say a word. I didn't say anything.
I hear that tone, young man.
To be fair, Sasuke really didn't say anything. I mean, I will have to admit at the same time, I know Akito is there and she's got a knife. She could be there because she wants to talk, and maybe she now doesn't even want to put it in Toro. Maybe she's going for.
You're gonna have to
someone else.
rephrase that, young man. Gentleman, sir.
She wants to stick something into someone.
Stop. That's just as bad. Can we not use
Okay.
the sticking things into someone phrasing?
Okay, she wants to penetrate somebody. Is
That's
that better?
even worse.
That's a little
She-
better.
She wants to take a shot porny object and makes and slit somebody up and down until they become their new
Listen.
I don't know, cat scratch post. I don't know.
That's
I
not
lost it there.
that's not really fair to Akito because why does
Sta-
she have to
Oh
stab
my
Toru? She
god.
can just
Oh
slash
my
her.
god.
You could
Would
take
you
her
hack
own
her?
nails and just like mutant, like Wolverine, and just cut up her face.
Yeah.
She
I
already
agree.
did. She already did
She
in
gonna-
season 2.
She's gonna do it some more. She's gonna be like, Kyo's not gonna like you now. Just scratch her face.
Kyo just
Maybe she's
proceeds
just
to
gonna-
like Toru even more. Kyo's like, oh, that's cool. That's cool as heck.
She might just give her a haircut. Ever consider that,
I mean,
guys?
she
that is
did-
true. She does
she
have
did
long
give-
hair.
But she also
She's
did
a
give Rina a
part-time
haircut.
barber.
She gave Isuzu a haircut, so
Yeah.
it could be that. It could be
Now it's
that.
Toru's turn.
Though QRW6
she's-
says Akito wants blood, so maybe she's friends with Lady Dimitrescu. Domitrescu. It's not how you pronounce her name, Capcom. I know why you're calling her
I
that.
thought-
Stop it.
I want to say, I thought her name was, how do you say it? Like Demetresque or something like that?
It's big, tall lady.
Yeah, I know. The one that everybody went goo goo gaga for.
The one that promoted the entire game.
And she's like in the first. Anyway, I don't want to spoil it for anybody.
Hey, but at least, maybe Toru can get some of that Dasani water, that Ethan has, and it'll be fine.
The peroxide.
That juice that he just pours on his hand.
Oh my god.
We didn't talk about the most important thing in this episode.
Oh yeah.
How have you guys not mentioned it?
Right. Toro was gonna make some food and didn't know what to eat for dinner.
No. Kyoko's pigtails.
Oh! Yes!
That was in there for like 2 seconds. It's
No,
so
you don't-
unimportant.
And it was
EA.
the best
EA.
part in the episode.
EA.
No, it wasn't.
Twin
It was
tail
boring.
Kyoko. You don't understand. What? You can't say that. Twin tail Toru,
Sure I can.
twin tail Kyoko, they look they adorable. We need more of it. We need fan art
This,
now.
this was foreshadowed with Toru and her twin tails, and then the fandom went wild, and we seen the progenitor of it, Kyoko. We see where Toru gets her style from. This, I'm not going to that scene almost made me cry.
I'm not gonna lie. I was feeling a lot of emotions during that scene.
I bet you were in your pants, you sicko.
No. Just because she's a mother does not mean I would fall to such lows.
I mean, you've said multiple times how you love MILFs and how Toro Honda's mother you would become Toro's new daddy.
Yes, because who wouldn't? Toru's the best.
Okay, so I stand by what I said.
Listen, I'm just doing something that anybody would do.
And that would be humping Toro's mother.
No. None of that. Can we move on?
Yeah,
Can we
sure.
move on from this conversation?
Yeah, why not?
Well-
Sure, why not?
So, the hatred that Kyo has for Yuki, we talked about it a little bit, but it's just so interesting that was like the fuel that kept him going. And he had a conversation with Kyoko about like how he painted Yuki to be the bad guy because after Kyo realized that Yuki was the one who helped Toru, and he took his responsibility because he wanted to be the one to find Toru. that added on to his hatred for Yuki, and really it's all just at first it was all just a misunderstanding with Yuki, because in Kyo's eyes Yuki is this privileged kid who has everything handed to him, when we know that's not the case. At first it was that, and then it just kept escalating with these little moments like this, to where Yuki touches Kyo's hat and he doesn't want it. He says Toru, and then years later, when Kyoko dies, and Kyo's like defense mechanism is to put all the onus on Yuki. So it's just an escalation of what started as a misunderstanding, and it just got progressively worse and worse and worse. That's why I think the talk between Yuki and Kyo will probably be one of the best moments in the series, because I think these two are going to have like a heart to heart, and while they may not like each other, I think they'll see eye to eye.
Are they gonna hug?
No,
Are they gonna kiss?
maybe.
Are they gonna fist? Are they gonna like fist bump like
I
Kyoko and
thought you
Kyo?
were gonna say something totally different.
Oh my god! Yeah.
Because you said, "Are they gonna fist?" and then you stopped right there. I went,
Oh my
"Whoa,
God.
whoa, whoa!"
Oh my god!
I said hug and kiss, and you took it to that level.
I said fist pump. There's a
Okay.
difference.
Yes, you did. That's why I was glad it ended up being fist bump instead of something else.
Oh my god! I'm gonna cry. Listen.
Me too.
Listen. What are we giving this episode? I'm giving it the fucking. I'm nominating this for my King of Anime.
Damn.
Can we just go ahead and get that over with? Can we just?
And we haven't even talked about 86 yet.
Oh my god. Can I crown this the King of Anime already?
You gonna crown
Nope.
him?
QRW6. QRW6, please. Let me. Also, QRW6 says, "Who am I promoting?" Yeah. So we're promoting Mace Windex so that I can fire him because of his slander about Lena. This is ridiculous. We're all passing Fruits Basket anyway, so let's just go right into Tokyo Revengers.
All right.
All right.
Tokyo Revengers. I like this episode.
Oh wow,
Fucking-
really?
Yeah, it was random as shit.
That's not a good. That's not a good way to start things off.
First of all, I want to say that the first half was really good. I enjoyed all of it. It had wonderful twists and turns, and I guess even though Takamichi was trying to stop everything from happening, it kind of did, but didn't in its own way. Like it did it in a different way, I guess. I think is what they eventually said. But anyway, the part that made me just want to throw my hands up in disgust was after Takamichi blacked out from unconsciousness, wakes up by grabbing the same woman's titty, and then she's gonna call him a pervert when she was the one that wanted to blow him earlier, and then
Etchy.
she's having a heart to heart, like, oh no, something bad's happening with Draken and Mikey and all these other people. It's so sad. And for some reason, his girlfriend walks in at that exact moment, and she thinks that this girl is like sucking him through the sheets because that's possible.
I mean, he could have like put a hole in it, been discreet about it.
I'm sorry, that's too much effort. Just get under the sheets if you're gonna do something like that. But you're gonna cut out a hole and just be super sucking it all anyway.
Super suck.
It was such a stupid scene, but I can't lie, I laughed.
It was so dumb because he's like, it's not what it looks like. The guy already got his ass whooped, and then he got punched again by karate girlfriend, and then he got unconscious again. I'm probably sure. And yeah, overall, it was entertaining but stupid in that part anyway. But I guess it ended up with them not liking one another because Draken and Mikey, because of what this dumbass did. First of all, he deserves to go to jail. Stupid. Ugh.
Yeah.
I don't know. I understand, but at the same time, I understand why he did it, because it was it was his girlfriend and his family, so that had a lot to do with it. But I just don't understand why then Mikey was just like, how could you?
Scarlet Disaster says, "Oh yeah, the directing or tone of this episode is kind of weird," and then also says, "But hey, you guys were asking where was the police in this episode. We got the police."
Yeah, finally.
But who called the police to this secluded location?
That's the plot twist. Find out on the next episode of Dragon Ball Z.
I don't think that's a plot twist. I don't think they're going to explain that. I think it just happened.
Thank you for coming, Melina. Much appreciated.
Bye. See this again whenever it's fully available.
And
Good
and by
night.
the way, yeah, tomorrow, Tuesday, me and Rising will be doing a podcast over episode 7 and 8. So, if you're looking forward to that. It's going to be great. Rising's the best. The best. And I believe Satsuki will be doing one about an hour after ours. So, double triple fruits baskets.
And then I'll be doing one.
Oh god.
Quadruple.
I won't be doing one.
Damn. That
Shame.
a triple.
Uh,
But yeah, about the tone, like EA was discussing the scene with Takamichi and I don't remember her name.
She's Hooker.
oh my
No,
god.
I don't want to call her
she's
that.
She's a child.
Yeah, she's like in middle school. I don't want to call her that. If I'm just going to call her hospital girl for now. All right. Or
She's very hospitable.
Yeah. But like that scene was so weird because like before that happened, she was crying about Draken like having like his own faction and their game being split apart, and she's just distraught and crying in his lap. And then you turn that scene and then you flip it into this stupid slapstick baka pervert shit. It's like what? Like, how do you turn? It was so serious, and then you just switched it on a dime. Like, I don't know. That was just odd. Like I said, I still laugh, so I don't really have a problem with it. I just think you kind of undermine the seriousness of that by having that scene follow it after. But one thing I don't like about this episode is they're saying that the big guy who stabbed other guy, they're saying that was the catalyst for Draken and Sano splitting up. But why?
Yeah,
Like, what exactly happened?
That
They're not explaining that because it happened. They ran away. Takamichi he fainted, went to the hospital, and then all of a sudden they're fighting and they have their own factions. What happened in that time? I don't know if they're going to explain that or what, but it's just so odd because they're saying, oh, it happened because of this, but what specifically about that moment made them fight? Because they weren't fighting right after it. Like, what would make them fight? I don't understand it. Did Sano blame Draken for that moment or what?
Nah, somebody called him a simp.
And that led to the splitting of this faction.
I mean, listen,
if on Twitch, it's definitely blocked now.
Listen. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yep.
Like I'm just saying, like, you know, like maybe they're like, you know, fans of some YouTubers or some VTubers or something like that. Maybe, you know, somebody, you know, is in like, you know, the keys in an eye, you know, or whatever, and someone else is like in some other, you know, faction, the Kaguya Luna, and they were fighting over VTubers.
Aren't we set in like 2006?
They could exist then. We don't know.
I think they were fighting over VTubers in this time.
I mean, what were they playing back then? Fortnite? Okay, so they're fighting over Fortnite skins.
Dude, I can tell you first and foremost, there was no such thing as these freemium things in 2005. You had to buy the stuff that you wanted to play. And you only had to buy it one time. You didn't have to buy no DLC or any of that shit.
Wait, so since it was 2006, that would be like Elder Scrolls Oblivion, Gears of War.
Yeah, Gears of War, definitely.
Maybe they were fighting like over Yu-Gi-Oh cards?
Yeah. Dark Magician Girl?
Oh.
I'm just saying.
Oh, Dark Magician Girl. Yay. I like the meme of her and Dark Magician. Very good meme. Of like Dark Magician like standing behind her while Dark Magician Girl just looks angry. Beautiful meme. But what was up with that scene where they're just Draken and Sano are just throwing shit at each other? Why did he have all his valuable shit outside?
I was thinking the same thing. His most important childhood memory valuable stuff is all outside for everyone to steal and break. Just makes, and apparently he's gonna go Super Saiyan next episode and beat both their asses.
Yeah. And I can't tell if they're being serious about this conflict. Like that's another issue about it. Like who said it? Somebody was talking about the tone. A Scarlet Disaster. Yeah, I feel the same way. It's just so odd. I don't understand if they're taking this conflict as something that we should be like, wait, oh no, they're actually fighting, or if it's a fucking comedy scene because of how they're doing it. It's so odd. Like the characters seem the characters around them seem like thrown off by it. Like I said, we've seen a hospital girl crying over it, but then you have Takamichi's friends come in and they're like, "Oh no, they're cool. They would never fight." And then they come in there and they fight, but then it's just like stupid. I don't know.
We should
Yeah, I'm real mixed.
we should introduce like a segment for KOA where we like make snacks and then we eat them.
Okay,
No.
that's completely.
What you trying to turn this to K-On?
Well, I mean, I got my guitar right here. I can strum out a few chords while doing it.
All right, let's hear it.
I don't know
No.
how to play, so maybe I'll just learn how to fucking do it like Yui.
Yeah, just
I'll pretend. All right, you got your guitar there, see?
yeah.
All right, let's pretend to make something right now. So you play, and I'll riff from that. Okay.
Okay. Well, I can play one of the songs from K-On.
Well, just play anything. It doesn't matter. All right. Today we're going to make ourselves some wonderful animal crackers that I have right here next to me. Listen to that. Isn't that a nice crunch? All right, let's open up this bag and see what's inside.
Okay.
All right, and let's try it. Mm.
What is this?
Barnum
Ridiculous.
Animals crackers. I give
Oh.
them a 3 out of 5.
Well, this is K-On.
Yeah, I mean-
all we're missing is like the T.
Yeah, we're well, and like it's actually our acronyms KOA, KON. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Just saying.
This is true.
All right, that was a thing.
Listen, I'm just saying. Like we could talk about snacks, you know, like you can like take like cut up bits and pieces of celery and put peanut butter in them, and then put raisins on them. That's a
No.
snack.
I
That's
wanna
a
say,
snack.
I don't want to eat that.
What? You never
I
had
didn't like
that?
it as a kid. I didn't like it as a kid. I don't like it now.
Oh my god, you guys are missing out. What the hell?
Aren't those called something stupid like?
Yeah, they're like raisin boats or something like that. I don't know. It's a dumb
Oh, I
name,
thought
but
they
they're
were
great.
Called like ants on a log or something.
Oh yeah, something. They got a bunch of names, but yeah, I think that's what that is. Yes. Great.
Anyway, why are we talking about snacks?
Scarlet Disaster says, but about the tone, a thing that I didn't like was how was handled the scene between Takemichi and his friends. The one when they said that Mikey and Draken fighting was just a joke. In the manga, it seems like they were in denial, but in the anime, I didn't feel that. This is it almost seems like a Lidden film adaptation.
Not familiar with their work.
Me neither.
They butcher their adaptations. That's what they're known for.
Oh, well then maybe this is just another one of these where it's not adapted very well.
Yeah, that's what it seems like. Seems like they're missing a lot of stuff.
They're missing out on the swastikas.
Yeah, that's
Oh.
what it is. They just need more swastikas.
That changes everything.
I mean, they took the swastikas out. It's a totally different show.
This anime is rated at 8 on my anime list, so
Yeah, I mean,
people really enjoy it.
it's
I
not.
don't think it's an 8.
Yeah, I don't think it's an 8 either. It's like I don't know, like a couple points or like at least 8 point below that, like a 7
I'd
or
say
a
a
6.
6 out of 10. It's fine.
Yeah, it's you
Yeah.
know, I'm not like hating this at all, but I am bored by it often. So I don't know. That's kind of like that's actually kind of bad, but like I guess what I'm trying to say, it's not actively trying to kill my brain cells.
I mean, it must be like doing something. You wanted to talk about making snacks than you did about the show.
I mean, the snacks were more tasty than the show is. That's objectively true. You can't eat the show.
Well, looking at all, oh wait, they did. Oh no, no, they did Blade of the Immortal too.
They
I know
did.
about
Yep.
Berserk and Hanabado, but Blade of the Immortal. Oh, they fucked that up.
They fucked it up
My
good.
God. But looking at the scores, this
Damn it,
is
dude.
Light and Film's best work. This is their finest product, at least right now.
You know, if we did a King of Manga podcast, our acronym would say COM.
Okay.
Your mind is something to be held there. See.
We could tell that C does not like, or maybe not like, but doesn't care about the show. He has actively gone on 3 tangents
About
in a
K-On!
row.
About snacks, and now about to spell cum. You know, that's what it's
No,
going
no,
to.
what? No, ridiculous. I said calm. Calm. Calm.
Yeah, say it louder for the people in the back.
And Scarlet Disaster, by the way, QRW6 is shouting out all of our channels, and even my Bento channel,
Thank
which
you.
I asked people in my community tab post if they were interested in me bringing that channel back and turning into a Webtoons channel, because I'm getting back into that again. I'd be interested in doing that.
Into a snack making channel.
I should.
I mean,
Ants-
the name is
Ants
perfect
on a log.
for it.
Ants on a log. Scarlet Disaster says, I mean, this is the first complaint I have about the adaptation, so I wouldn't go that far.
Yeah, it's just, yeah, for me, like, the show is just fine. It's fine. I don't feel strongly about it still. I don't hate it, don't love it. I like it.
Mace Windex wants a K-On! podcast.
No. I will never rewatch that show. There's no. You got me fucked up. The K-On! Put me to sleep. I watched the first season. I watched the second season. So don't say, well, you didn't experience the whole story. I watched it.
Well,
Don't bring in the movies.
doesn't everybody talk about Mio and how great she is? Like, did that
I
not
love
help?
Mio. The thing is, it's not like I hate the characters. I like Mio. I like Haritsu. I don't care about Yui. Azunyan is fine.
Wow.
Mugi is cool, but I just don't want to see them. They're not like interesting enough for me to watch them just eat fucking cake, drink tea, and barely play music. It's not that interesting.
Very sad. Very sad. Heartbreaking, some would say. I'm killing Tokyo Revengers.
Ooh.
Oh, okay. I'll pass it.
I was gonna say I think I'm gonna pass it too. It hasn't completely jumped the shark yet. Once it does that, then I'll be like Sasuke. I'll put a knife in its back.
That's a danger.
No, I want to say no. That sounds bad. No, I mean like the silent kill, like you did with Higehiro.
Yeah. Don't make a noise. Don't make a fuss about it. Just go on your way. Do it. And then, get some Burger King after.
Oh yeah. Ooh. Get myself a Whopper and some chicken fries.
Actually, maybe not Burger King, because last time I ate Burger King, it fucked my stomach up. Oh my goodness.
That is true. They're notorious for that. All right, Taco Bell instead, so that I can have doubly fucked up stomach.
Oh wow. That is, oh my, you might die.
Speaking of dying, let's talk about 86, where lots of people are dying.
What happened in this episode?
People died because they were killed.
'Cause I don't remember.
Right, people died because they were killed. Lena got the 86, some fireworks, some special ammunition, as she put it. Bribed the guy. That was great,
she
by
bribed
the way.
guy with all her money.
And then proceeds to trip
Over nothing.
over herself. She tripped over
She's
herself.
one of those, huh?
Yeah, she's very Toru-like in some instances,
Oops.
and she's a general. It's just, oh my god.
This is why you don't promote children to be general.
Yeah.
Guess so.
I'm going to lead the world and everything will be great. Kids, sit down and shut up.
I'm going to save the world. I'm 12.
I pooped my pants.
Wait, what?
Oh my
12? Last time I checked, I don't think 12-year-olds still did that.
My
Some
bad.
do. Accidents. Thanks.
I
So
had acid. I had acid.
Fushi?
Help me.
oh my god. Wakara Nai.
I can see Fushi constantly shitting himself.
He
Oh
probably
my God.
does.
Probably walk. That's probably why his clothes stuck to him so like they did. He's
Oh my
covered in
God.
piss and
we
everything.
talk about 86?
What?
Oh my god, you're not even making fun of like my fake obsession with Elena that you guys made up.
Oh, I'm over it. I'm talking about how Fushi shits himself.
Oh my god.
I mean, we understand why you love Lena. We don't
Oh
have to
my
keep
God.
talking about it every episode.
I know. It's fine. You know, you can forever have that love and go ball deep in. You know what? I'm just gonna stop it right there. You love who you love. I think that's what we learned from Fruits Baskets.
Yeah, this might be another Higehiro thing. I mean, C's 26,
Would you
Lena?
stop?
17.
Oh
I
my
think.
god. Oh my
What
god.
happens when SeaTactics invites over a general of
He's gonna
some fucking army?
He's going to shave and iron a shirt, and then he's going to get a big boot girl at his job to fall in love with him.
He's a see. I didn't know you. Wow, you shaved and you ironed your clothes. Remember when I said I didn't like you, and now I like you?
It's also important that she has H cups, because I don't know what else is important.
Yeah, I forgot they did that in
She said that
Higehiro.
to him.
Yeah. It was random. She was like, "You want to know something? My boobs are gigantic."
You know what I would have said? I would be like, yeah, I could see that.
Oh
I
my
can
God.
see that. What of it? They're an H cup. Cool.
Can we
You
talk
gonna
about
blow me?
86?
Oh no, you're not gonna blow me? Okay. Well,
Oh my
then
God.
I guess this is your check.
God.
Here, see ya.
Scarlet Disaster
Alright.
says, "Lena in black, yes or no?"
What does that mean?
She
She
wore a
was
black
wearing
dress.
black.
Yeah,
Yeah,
which
she
by the
wore a
way,
black dress.
very smart on her part. She didn't want anybody to, ask her out for a dance. So she wore
Yeah.
black like it was a funeral.
She wanted the lolicons to, or
She
the
was
children
going-
cons.
Well,
It's
that-
My
this-
Chemical Romance concert.
Tassi, the term you're trying to find here is pedophile.
I
Yeah,
thought you were saying children.
Yeah. That'd be... Oh my god. Listen,
but yeah, she's wearing. I mean, the all black. Black is my favorite color, so it wouldn't bother me.
Black is slimming.
Yeah, I mean, Hana
Yeah, that's
rocks
true.
black all the time, so
yeah.
Yeah,
Pretty
she looks
cool.
good in black.
but I don't think the black fit Lena. So why is on her to use that to?
You know, I felt the same way. I felt like it was out of place, and maybe that was by design. And she was like flaunting it around, like, "Don't I look so kawaii in black?" It's like, you're right, I guess.
So as well, it seems like at this point that what's his name? What's the main guy's name? Forget. Shit. Damn it.
Are we talking about Reaper?
Undertaker. Yeah, Reaper. What's his name again? I forget his.
Undertaker.
I don't know his real name.
Yeah,
I
well,
don't
he.
remember.
It seems like him and Lena are gonna be an item by the end of this show,
He's gonna die in her arms.
or she's gonna die in his arms,
No.
or they're gonna
no.
die in each other's arms.
Right.
No,
She
nosing.
trips. She trips and falls into him, and then they land on a freaking like spike, and then they
Yeah,
die.
like a rebar.
Yeah.
Because you can't
Oh.
survive rebar.
I love
I know
you.
somebody who did,
Well, never mind. Rebar
and
fucks
his
you
name
up.
is Rick Grimes.
Oh. Well, he's Rick Grimes.
That's right. He did survive that. That show, I'm so glad is ending. That show needed to end years ago.
Super Bleach says, "Does EA even like 86?" I don't know. We haven't really talked much about the episode yet. I'm not
Who
sure.
said that?
Super Bleach.
Why does this? Why do you sound like you're about to like fuck them up?
No, no, I was confused. Okay, I see it now. Super Bleach. Well,
Super
okay.
Bleach says,
Since we're on the topic of
Well, EA.
conversation, Super Bleach.
Well, it
no,
gets
no,
worse. It gets
no.
worse.
Listen, I'm gonna answer his question.
There's
I'm gonna answer his
another.
question.
He has another thing he wants to add on to that. He says
Okay, let's see.
He says every KOA he forgets what happens in it.
Okay, Super Bleach. All right. Here, let me tell you what's up. It's not everyone. It's the past. First of all, I was joking this episode. The last episode, I really did forget everything. Like I really forgot what was going on. But this episode, I guess you could say I kind of remembered most of it. But when SeaTactics was talking about the ballroom, I was like, oh yeah, they did do that. Like, because I was more remembering, I guess how they had that scene at the end where they were talking about just how they were all replaceable and whatnot. But to be quite honest, I'm not the hugest fan of 86. I think I'm just okay about it. Like when it first started, the first 3 episodes, I was really into it and it was different and I felt engaged in it. I feel like almost since what's her face died, the one that had the really long name that we can never remember except SeaTactics for some reason.
Kirschblut?
Yeah, that one. It hasn't gone anywhere. We're literally just been sitting around these past couple of episodes just talking to Lena through the voice chat and they're just kind of waiting for stuff to happen. Yes, there have been some fights here and there and there have been some people that have died off and whatnot, but it's not like we got the chance to really know these characters. Like if somebody memorable died, I guess it would be more impactful, but I just feel like it just hasn't been that very memorable to me. It's all around just kind of meh. I look forward to these episodes just to talk about Lena in front of
Oh my
SeaTactics more than anything, but other than that, it's all right.
Oh wow. Kenny donated $10, says Miura smiling from above. Very sad.
Who?
Very sad. Kentaro Miura, creator of Berserk.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just didn't know his name. But when you Kentaro, gotcha. Yes.
I will say it was very interesting to have a dialogue between Anju and the red-haired girl while they're completely naked taking a shower together, talking about if Lena's gonna get together with Shin or not, and if it's a that was interesting, but okay.
I was reading the subtitles and staring at the boobs at the same time. I'm just like, okay, subtitles, you want me to look at them?
You give me no choice.
You give me no choice. I have to know what they're saying.
Kurona is her name.
I think it was interesting that they revealed that, and I thought it just looking at Anju, but I never said it. That they some of these people in the 86 actually have, as they say, white pig blood, imperial blood. So, yeah, some of these people are actually supposed to be like a part of the Republic, but I guess like they're partially, they just have, they may be like half of it. So that's why they're in the position they are. And I guess like if you have any 86 in your blood, you'll end up in this situation. So, but I just think that's interesting because it doesn't seem like they treat Anju any differently than anybody else. So it's kind of just like it boosting it furthers to the point that this is like a camaraderie and everybody sticks together despite anything. So I thought that was cool.
Probably because they have to, knowing, how much teamwork they have to pull off just to survive a battle. I mean, in this episode, they had to retreat, which is, I think, I think it's pretty interesting that it's almost like the battles aren't the important parts of this series. It's the interactions between each of the characters and getting to know them better and better each episode. I find that really interesting. Though I think this is kind of like I don't know, some like I think this is starting to become more and more of like a romance than anything else, which I didn't expect. Maybe it's just kind of waning. Maybe they're introducing these more of these aspects into it right now, and it'll go back to being some political show or whatever. But definitely not what I was. I mean, I knew that we're gonna kind of go into it, but I didn't expect it to take such a turn into it as it did in this episode. Yeah.
I think the whole bottom line of why this unit was formed is interesting too, because it's pretty much just it's so crazy. They get put in this position to where they're taking on the hardest task in this war because they survived so long. It's like, fuck, you guys were not supposed to live this long. All right, we got to do something drastic to make sure they die off so we don't have to keep our promise of, serving 5 years and you get the return. They'll put you in this unit and you all die out, no reinforcements, no backing of any kind. And it's just like it furthers the point that like they're already like ostracized being 86, but this unit in particular is like the black sheep, and Lena being a person to lead them also speaks volumes because of her views on the 86, her viewing them as people, which is it goes against the grain. So yeah, I think they're just painting everybody, or like everybody involved in this unit in Lena's unit, as like the black sheep. So
PCJ27 says no, in the shower they were talking about whether or not they should tell Lena and that they're meant to be executed. So yeah, I guess I wasn't paying much attention to that scene. I wonder why.
Me neither.
I wonder why.
We were watching them bathe.
what was the thing about Anju's back though?
Oh yeah, that was interesting. It seemed like she was branded or something like that.
Oh yeah, because I think they were talking about how. Yeah. They said something about her later after that scene about Anju specifically. I forgot exactly what it was, but yeah, it may just be she was trying to cover up those scars because of what happened to her in the past.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Very well could be. There's something else that happened. I'm totally fucking blanking on it right now. Holy shit. You guys go on.
We also have the Reaper for the first time didn't hold a conversation with Lena at night. He was asleep. So like we didn't actually see him, but that's one of the few moments where we saw him or we heard that he was vulnerable. Because he's been pretty much like the Iron Man of this group, just not Iron Man, a superhero, just in the metaphorical sense that like he is the Rock, he is the person that seems like
he's Dwayne
nothing
Johnson?
affects him. He's what? No, he's not Dwayne fucking Johnson.
Said he's the Rock.
Be. He is the Rock. All right, not the wrestler.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's the guy that will always be there. Like I think they even said like who's going to bury him when we're all gone, because they expect him to be the last man standing because he always makes it out of the battles alive. Like he's their leader. So I think it was cool just to see him finally look human, even though we didn't see it.
Um, I still can't remember what I wanted to say, but I will say as like a side note, there's in the scene where Vladilena is talking to the commander guy or whatever, and she's like, and they're talking about supplies and the Eastern Front and all that stuff. Um, and I find it interesting. I think it's a little insight into just like family and world building for at least Vladilina's family, where the guy says to Vladilena that the real job of a Melise, or however you pronounce their family name, is to look good in a dress. So it seems like Vladilena. It seems like her family like has these traditional, I guess, roles that are to be expected, and it seems like at least for the most part, Vladilena may be somewhat unique to that and doesn't care about those aspects of the politics or red tape of being in a family like hers. So I found that interesting.
I think I think we would be more interested if they get more into the politics of the relationships with 86 and um they call it Alba
Mm-hmm.
or Republic or whatever you want to say. We see like we saw a little bit like of the discourse between them when they were handing off the fireworks, but it was a brief scene and it's just like the typical stuff that we see. But I wish it would go more in depth with it. Like, because I think the scenes that were really interesting was Lena like fighting against the world's view that the 86 weren't people. Like those scenes I really liked.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for
those are
sure.
good.
Satsuki, what are you giving this show? What are you giving this episode?
I am passing this episode.
Yeah, what about you?
I'm giving it a courtesy pass. I mean, it seemed like after the credits they have this big, I don't know, like weird looking mechanical beast coming out. Did you hear the sound design with that thing? It sounded so cool.
I'm giving it a
So,
pass. I still
yeah,
enjoy
I'll
the
give it
show
a pass.
quite a bit. Not because of Vladilena. To your eternity. This was kind of a really odd episode. Like it started out almost kind of tragic, but it ended up being like almost like this lighthearted slice of life, like dive into this like random kid's like life, and then we got Fushi saying Wakara Nai. So that was fun.
Oh God.
I don't know.
So we've learned more words this week. Wakara Nai.
Yeah. Is this show like Rosetta Stones? Like is it like teaching us like Japanese on a sly?
I can't speak Japanese.
Because
Oh my.
like now I will never forget what Itai means because of the show. It's so ingrained in my mind.
Yep. Arigato.
This show is great. I always talk about like how this show perfectly controls the tone of the series. Stark contrast between Higehiro because it like the show always keeps you engrossed with what's going on in the story. Like C said, like the beginning of it, it was very tragic. This little kid whose brother was I mean, like they started off like talking about their ambitions and wanting to get rich pretty much and just getting money, to live a better life. And then this guy just pretty much runs off on his little brother, leaves him on his own, and he finds somebody that he's smitten with that he likes, and he ends up saving her life at the cost of his face. And he just, oh my god,
How
like
did he live? How
they
did
are
he
so
live?
graphic. I don't know.
He had a whole log drop on his face and head and didn't die. That is a strong child.
Kitty said, "Has there been a show that got dropped on episode 1?" Suriname
Yep.
also got dropped episode 1.
Rewrite the D.
Technically episode 4, but the first time we talked about it, we dropped it. Yep.
Yep, that was dropped. The railroad lollies got dropped.
Railroad Children. That's what we're calling that now.
Whatever. The one with the railroad people got dropped, and all they were trying to do were to create advertisements for railroads. I'm like, what the fuck is this show?
How to sell railroad merch. That's one of the episodes.
I am so sorry that I even suggested. I suggested that one as a joke, but I didn't think it was going to be ridiculous.
Oh my god. So back to 2 Year Eternity, EA. What do you think?
Oh, 2 Year Eternity is it's one of my favorites of the season for sure, and I enjoy it very, very much. What's his name? The name of the kid? It was Gugu.
Yeah.
What? Was it Google?
I'm pretty sure it's
I thought
Gugu.
it was. Oh yeah, it was probably what. Yeah, it was Google.
Maybe it was Radio Gaga.
Goo? Yeah, something
All
like that.
we hear is...
Yeah, I enjoyed the
Radio
story
Gaga.
introducing yet another new character. I think this show is like really good at introducing new characters, like to where you just grow attached to them, no matter how old or how young, where they come from. It's just all the characters are fantastic, and yeah, Gugu is another one that's great. It didn't really show what happened to his face. It's just that now he doesn't have any.
Seems like he has prosthetics of some kind or
Right,
something.
and now he has to wear a helmet, which looks like something straight out of Legend of Zelda, and it's it's really really cool. Like it's almost kind of sweet in a way because him flirting with that other girl, and then whenever the girl was talking to him in the shop,
Oh,
she
poor
was
guy.
more infatuated with Fushi.
I mean, have you
The-
seen Fushi? He's gorgeous.
He just stands there like a bump on the. He's an idiot.
Wakara Nai.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's not the real Fushi though. Like he could easily just transform into
Right.
into a fucking march or something.
Will she feel the same way when she sees him as a giant bear?
These are good questions.
I
Bears.
don't.
I like how he learns how to laugh like an old person in this
Ha, ha.
episode.
Oh my god, that was so great.
He's like
It's
laughing
just
like
funny.
Master Roshi.
It's just funny seeing like Fushi get interested in something like, oh shit, let me try that. Like it's so funny, like certain things that he picks up.
Yeah, that was really funny. I was pissed off at the older brother. You
Oh,
could
yeah,
tell
same.
something was up. Like he was talking to his friends, and his friends were like, "Hey, we got this gig that we're going to. You should totally go." And he didn't want to say anything to his and he took all the money and robbed his little brother.
Yep.
Skyler, where's the
Oh.
money?
Literally.
Right,
oh my God.
right. We had a Walter White incident. The money. Oh, I had to pay the guy that I was screwing.
I gave it a 10.
I am
then
the
he
man
just-
that knocks.
Screamed, and then slowly turned into maniacal laughing. Oh, I love that ending to that episode.
Crawl
my
space is
favorites.
great.
Just screams turn to laughter, and it slowly fades out as he's just laughing. I want to watch that show again.
Pretty good show.
What do you think he was up to exactly? Because they never said it. I don't think. I think they alluded to certain things, but what do you think it was?
Woodstock.
No.
Right.
He it sounded like he needed that money so that he could invest in something, and I almost think like maybe him and those group of friends were going to like do something with that money to like make money. You know the old saying, you gotta spend money to make money. I don't know exactly what that could have possibly have been, but I'm thinking these people gave him an idea and put it in his head, and then that's when he just ran with it, and I don't even know if he felt bad for him because he basically just took everything that they both worked for. Because that's not how it works. If you and I work for something, I don't get to keep all the profits.
Oh,
It's 50-50. He at least could have left him something. Jerk.
That's not even like a fucking one. Not even one of those things.
Right.
Took
No,
every bit.
not one bottle cap.
he's a
Yeah.
little kid too, so like it was that's a situation where he lucked out getting that ring,
He did, yeah.
but he could have easily died because of that decision. So, like, while you can sort of understand it because he just wanted a better quality of living because they were just living in a tent, living off steam buns. But it's just like, damn, like the fact that he can still considers that person a big brother, and he doesn't really like think about how bad that situation was is really messed up.
Yeah.
I think he probably spent that money gambling. That's my guess on it. Because I think one of the
I can
guys who
see
was
that.
with him were saying like you better win or something like that. So I
You're
think
right.
that's what he did with the money.
I think you're right. I think he was in some kind of contest and he probably put it all on him. Yeah, I could see that.
It'll be interesting if that character comes back. I don't know if he would, because it could have just been there just to talk about Goo Goo, but it's just a funny name. But it would work either way, whether he wasn't shown again or if he showed up again. It would be cool to see him again.
I think he'll show up again. Something tells me he'll come back, but he won't know that it's Goo Goo. It is a funny name. He won't know that it's him until maybe he starts talking because he'll be wearing that helmet the whole time. But I
Super
don't
Bleach
know.
says, I don't think Gugu knows that his brother took the money. Do you think that? Because
I thought
Nah,
he did.
I
no.
I don't think he knows, but I think it's one of those things where
Well,
as
didn't he
well.
leave a note?
Yeah, he left a note, but he did
Yeah,
never
where the money was.
he never read the note.
I I thought he did. I thought that's what whenever he was hearing in his head was what the note was, and
I
it was
thought
his
that was
brother's voice.
I thought that was just what the show was like. I don't know. Could be.
I I thought that's the way I interpreted it. I interpreted it as he read the note and then when he was walking away into the sunset, that's when it was playing to the audience that note and it was his brother saying that he had to leave for like better fortune. I don't know, something like along those lines, but I
Yeah.
thought that that's what that was.
I agree. Well, Scarlett says this is a show with gore and disturbing images, so I hope we get a face reveal. Like, this is like one of those subscriber milestone face reveals.
I gotta ask you guys something. The very beginning of the song, the OP that plays the opening, doesn't it sound like it's saying pig blood the whole
Well,
time?
saying pink blood,
Pink,
but
pink, yeah.
Pink
Pink
blood,
blood,
pink
pink
blood.
blood,
So it's pink
pink
blood, not
blood.
pig blood.
Yeah, it's pink blood.
Okay, I almost had it.
hmm,
All right.
okay.
Oh,
I don't know why.
yeah. I think I'm looking at the scene right now. To Your Eternity. I think, yeah, because he looks at it, and then there's a scene like of the box and the note flying in the air, and then that's when the words are being read out. So I think, yeah, I think it's how EA said where he read it and the note was being read to us as he was walking.
Yeah.
Because I
So,
felt like he had to have known that his brother stole it. Because even when the first time money was missing from it, I felt like then he knew his brother did it, but he was just trying to, I guess, not pry with the situation. Because they keep it hidden, and then he was like, "Oh, I'll just put it in a different place." And then at that point, when the money gets stolen again, like yeah, and your brother disappears at the same time, I feel like he has to know.
I like
I think
how
he knows.
we have in the chat. We have it's really cool seeing this, in my opinion. I mean, this has nothing to do with what we're talking about, but we have Muhammad saying, best show of the season, and then we have Mace saying Fruits Basket, but then we have Scarlett saying 86, and it's just I like how there's just like I like when anime seasons are good and there's tons of stuff to watch. Nobody said Vivi yet, so maybe she's not anatomically
Why did you
correct.
remind him?
Why, for the love of God?
It's fine. It's okay.
I'm gonna cry.
Waka Renai. By the way, did you guys see how Fushi was eating food with the chopsticks?
Yeah, he was the messy boy.
He was like, it was great. He was I can't even describe how he was eating it. It was just, it's like you just have to see it. He just it's hilarious.
He was eating it, yeah, with a mouthful of rice, trying to eat the chopstick, and he's just like, "Oh my, oh my."
God, I'm gonna learn so many useless Japanese phrases to say out of context.
Hey, it'll get you around in Japan.
I just walk around going, "Itai, Itai."
Like everybody's just gonna avoid him. What the fuck is wrong with this guy?
Itai, Irkaranai,
Irkaranai. Just
Children,
walk
don't
around,
stare at him.
walking around saying it hurts and I don't understand.
That's
I don't know why
talk.
it hurts.
Oh my God. Philip Lara says, "Hello, fellow weebs."
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, Philip. We've been expecting you.
Have?
Maybe
Yes.
EA has. I haven't. Oh my God.
Now our ultimate battle begins, Philip. You followed me all this way.
A new challenger appears.
Philip, you may want to run. EA may or may not have a shotgun at the ready. I think it was I don't even know what to call this because we have Booze Man introduced formally and Pyoran old lady, the false shaman, the shaman queen.
Why?
We had her and him pretty much like they didn't go through with it, but they were like thinking of ways to make money off of Fushi, and I'm like, oh my God, these guys are scumbags.
Yeah, they really are.
I mean, they didn't go through with it, and it is also the fact that Pure Ran just keeps calling Fushi it, which he is a it, I guess you can say, because he's genderless. But I don't know. When she says that, call him it instead of Fushi, it feels like there's some distance between those two.
Yeah.
So, I
wonder
mean, it's a
why.
good thing he has a big brother now who's
Aw.
like smaller than him.
But Sasuke,
Yep.
if we've learned anything from To Your Eternity, we can't get too attached to this character
Oh yeah, of course.
because we all know what's going to happen later on down the road.
But that's the thing about To Your Eternity is that even if it went to that, I'm never going to go, well, these characters are not worth caring about because they might end up dying. I mean, we had March die, but we still have what was her name? Perona. We still have Perona alive, so it's not like a foregone conclusion that everybody who are introduced in these arcs will end up dying. And the show does a good job of just establishing a setting and making you feel for these characters. So I don't feel like anything is wasted, even if he ends up dying or something.
Establish me, daddy.
No.
What? Did you just say stab me, daddy?
No, it's fine.
Establish me, I believe.
Mace Windex says, "Ben, when are you finishing the game?" I'm not sure why he's making a Triple H reference. But I don't know. Can you finish the game? He is the game, and it is how you play it. It's all about control and if you can take it. It's all about heavy debt and if you can pay it.
And now spit the water into the crowd.
It didn't work. I didn't have water. That wouldn't fly in COVID days. So.
Oh, Lightning Eagle said, "I made it at the end."
But you made it just for us to shout ourselves out. Bye.
Mace Windex is talking, I guess, about Resident Evil. I assume sometime this week. Last week was just insane.
I'm almost done with it, Lightning. Subscribe to my my Twitch.
All right. There you go. I'm giving this a pass. What about you guys?
Pass. Easy.
I doubt I'll ever drop this show. This is right now is my favorite series of the season.
Itai. Wakara
Does
9.
hurt.
We're gonna learn some more words.
We're gonna be able to speak.
Ugly? I thought that was a funny scene when when the girl was asking, "Why are you wearing a mask?" and Fushi was just like, "Ugly."
Oh God.
Oh my God. So yeah, this is the end of the podcast. EA, where can they find you?
You can find me over at Everything Animated. My channel is currently just doing podcasts right now about My Hero Academia. You can you can follow me there every like Saturday or Sunday. Will be me and Rising Sun Reviews talks about My Hero Academia. So for your fans out there, come on over and give us a watch. I have a Twitch, KillerZeke87. I'm almost done with Resident Evil Village. I think I'm literally on the final boss, so come over see me stream that. That'll be fun. And All Elite Couple. That's the channel I have with me and my girlfriend. We've been kind of on a hiatus as of late. So it's been a month since we've posted anything, but I think we're going to finally post a video once Double or Nothing premieres, because that pay-per-view's coming this coming Sunday. And I think we're going to watch that. That should be fun.
Satsuki?
As for me, I am Satsuki the Savage. Don't really have things planned on my main channel yet. I'm debating on whether or not I should do a stream or a scripted video talking about part 3 of JoJo. I think I'll do a poll question to ask people what they prefer, because I have something done with the scripted video, but it's a real long video, and I think it's kind of boring, at least for like the topics I'm covering. So I'll ask people what they want on that. On the Satsuki the Reactor channel, I have to upload my live reaction to Fruits Basket, the latest episode, tomorrow, as well as my JoJo Part 4 live reaction. So those are the plans I have.
As for me, Tuesday, Fruits Basket Podcast tomorrow, around 6 p.m. EST or so. We'll be talking about episodes 7 and 8 of Fruits Basket. Wednesday, going to be talking about chapter 125 of Attack on Titan. And then Thursday, going to be talking about misconceptions with Fruits Basket. That's going to be an awesome video. And then Friday is my Heavens Feel 3 review. Finally, that's going to be coming out. We can finally close the arc on Sakawa. It's going to be very fun. Thanks everybody for coming out to watch this week. Thank you for Hollow for donating way too much money, $200, and for Kenny for donating 10. Much appreciated. See you guys next week.